Hello, you guys. This is your girl, Najwa. Welcome back to my channel. Please do me a favor if you have not already. Go ahead, click that like and subscribe button. Hit the bell so you know whenever I post a video. Guys, another edition of story time for you here to talk about the angry, sad, lonely Meghan Markle trolls. God, Lord Jesus. Every time I post a video supporting the lovely, intelligent, feminist, humanitarian, fashionable, I just want to inflate her up as much as I can because they hate it. Every time I post a video talking about how wonderful this human being is, of course there is a slew of trolls just there waiting. Now, we do not allow trollery on this channel. We do not allow abuse or disrespect. And so their comments get deleted. I'm sorry. You can call it censorship. You can call it whatever you want. But over here in this channel, you're going to have to respect me. You're going to have to respect my opinions. And you're going to have to respect what people are trying to do to make this world a better place. Like, I won't even really get into it. You know, what are you doing to make this world a better place? That's what I would ask some of these people. What are you doing? Is your online and constant gaslighting, vitriol, tearing other people down, is that what is making the world a better place? Guys, I don't know. But you know what, Sussexsquad? Squad? I really think that I'm going to start making a story time for Amber Heard videos as well, and for Donald Trump videos. When I praise Amber Heard's bravery in the face of all of the vitriol she received from social media, the total compromising of her case, and the victim blaming that she received, that delusional people flipped it around and said that Johnny Depp was the victim, which I'm going to do a video about that very soon. Very soon. Internalized misogyny. That's what that is. But in those videos where I praise Amber Heard's bravery and I condemn society for victim blaming and dismissing a woman who was a sexual and physical abuse victim, I get the same amount of trolls. When I condemn Donald Trump's bad behavior, I don't get as many trolls, but because I think that people are finally getting fed up with the orange man, but I do get trolls as well. And guys, I mean, I'm not here to censor truth. I'm not here to censor good, fruitful additions to this conversation, because that's what this is, a conversation. And we can be respectful of each other having that conversation and come from a place of maturity, come from a place of being informed, of compassion, of empathy. But yes, if you come on my channel and bring hate, racism, sexism, vitriol, disrespect, abuse, harassment, yes, I'm going to censor you. I mean, guys, they're like, oh, well, you're censoring people and that's wrong. I'm sorry, I'm going to get into the comments in just a second, but I have to say this. Yes, I'm censoring you. Sue me. Sue me. I'm within every right here on YouTube with my channel to delete comments which I deem disrespectful, offensive, abusive, or harassing. And many of these comments, we laugh at them. We laugh at haters on this channel, but that's exactly what they are. That's exactly what they are. And so sad to see it, but the US has lived under the tyranny of an insane person for 7 years. Even when he's not in office, he's still pulling the puppet strings because people have decided to follow him. And there's no longer censorship. We can't even censor this man who's no longer the president of the United States. So how could we censor people who are his followers? The same type of people who are trolling these videos about Trump, trolling my videos supporting Amber Heard, they're the same type of people who were trolling my videos about Meghan Markle. It's just that some of them might be American and some of them might be British or Australian. You know, it's like same cut of the different fabric. I don't know, same seasoning, just a different country. However you want to describe it, it's that same mentality. So let's read some of these comments. Now, I'm going to go ahead and be honest with you. I have just been sitting and collecting these for a while. So some of them go even back to January. Like there's been a lot. But I just don't entertain ignorance. I don't entertain disrespect towards myself or towards the humanitarians, the admirable people that I talk about on this channel. I mean, but we laugh at haters on this channel. We pray for them sometimes, but sometimes you just can't help but laugh. So let's get right into this. Meghan Markle trolls and haters. Story time, their comments. Let's go. So one person says on the video where I talk about the Meghan Markle hate campaign, it's not just the UK. She and Harry are unpopular everywhere. Perhaps they could move to Tyler Perry's island and live a private life. I mean, guys, we could be here all day picking apart the different levels of stupidity. But I mean, first of all, this is written in all lowercase. All lowercase with no periods, no well, there's one comma in there. No periods. And the UK is capitalized, Tyler Perry is capitalized, but otherwise everything is lowercase. Now, I don't know if that's intentional, but we always, in these trolls, in the derangers, see a lot of typos. And, you know, I addressed this in one of these, and this woman just goes even more berserk than she was before. I'm gonna go through that one in a second. But looking at this one, Harry and Meghan are unpopular everywhere. Maybe they should move to Tyler's island and live a private life. So these people truly have tried to prevent themselves from understanding how they come across as racist, xenophobic, and sexist. This comment right here might not call Meghan the slur word. It might not call Tyler Perry the slur word, but it's got internalized racism, systemic racism wrapped all up in it. I mean, it's just got hate wrapped up in it. Maybe this person isn't a racist. Maybe they're just a hateful person, a hateful human being. If that's the case, okay, great. But you know what? If Tyler Perry has an island, I would love to see them vacation there, and I hope they have a great time. Next. Okay, so this person says, calling out someone's bad behavior and lies is not racism. We'll send you a dictionary! Exclamation point with an American flag. Oh, really? You'll send me a dictionary? Really? Me who has 3 degrees, including postgraduate, a master's degree. Me who really takes an effort to observe what it is that I'm saying, to research what it is that I'm saying, and not just blast people and go blasting vitriol on people's comments based off of fake news, based off of my own insecurities. Really? You're going to send me a dictionary? Well, I would say thank you, Sir Barb. Oh, no, of course this is a woman. This is a Karen. Thank you, Madam Barb, because I would appreciate the free dictionary, and I'll be waiting for that. Thank you. So, moving on to the next one. Okay, so this one actually was my bad. So, on the video, I took so much away from Harry's Better Up conference, and I was so glad that I was able to give a synopsis and put it into a perspective where people were really feeling like they could get an idea of the event, because I actually did observe the entire event. And I took so much away from it. The people who I spoke about this conference with took a lot from it. And of course, the trolls were just sitting, waiting for that video to be released, waiting for people to talk about Better Up, to just tear it down. You know, if that right there doesn't tell you that your motivations and that your entire ideology, your stance on the whole Harry and Meghan issue is completely flawed. Because myself, personally, as someone who supports Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, I do not go out seeking deranger content. Absolutely not. Because I feel like every time I go and look at that, my brain just starts to sort of melt out of my ear cavity like an ice cream cone would on a hot summer's day. And so it's really not necessary for me to go and put in hashtag sugar and search it up and go and see and change the filters to see when the latest video's been released just to go and send hate people's way. A, probably because I have sound mental health. Get a therapist, people. It's not that hard. Or B, just because I don't know. Maybe that bone's just not in my body. Anyway, I talked about Better Up. I was super duper blown away by it, super duper blown away by Prince Harry's keynote speech. And during the video, I remember specifically editing this because it was a christening. It was Princess Elizabeth Diana's christening. And the Sussexes used Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet's titles. They used the titles as Prince and Princess. And I spoke about that a little bit on the Better Up video, I believe. And I made a mistake and said their birthday. Because I'm a human being. I made a mistake and said on their birthday instead of their christening. And somebody comes in and says, of how many billion people in the world, only 1,300 people watching the People's Prince. Wasn't her birthday! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Okay. You can't see my face right now, but I'm making a face with pursed lips and looking at you with that sarcastic look. Really? Really? I mean, you have to be one of the most hateful, vindictive people for someone to be over here at a conference trying to contribute to the business world to make sure that good and sound mental health is integrated into the workplace. That people, as you see right now, as is happening, that they're not so concerned about losing their job, about productivity levels, about pleasing massa, about pleasing the boss, that they don't have a complete mental breakdown. To see and contribute to a world where in the workplace, people are cared about as human beings and not quotas. So 1,300 people watching, well, I have to say I am really glad those 1,300 people watched. And I'm really glad that those 1,300 people recognize the importance of mental health. Clearly, you do not. Moving on. So the next one. Okay, so this one was on a live stream video. So I came to you guys. Oh, by the way, I will have a live stream coming. I'm still gathering more research and evidence. The playfield is changing. You know, it's like every time, like the live stream that I'm doing is a 3-part series talking about how much we love Harry and Meghan, about their accomplishments. But I feel like they have a new accomplishment every time I turn around. So, but that will come soon. But probably about a month ago, I guess, I posted a video asking people, hey, instead of me just speaking to the camera and then commenting with you after the fact, would you guys like a live stream experience where we can sort of have a conversation in real time? And of course, Sussexsquad Squad had a wonderful reaction to that. Derangers did not. So someone commented on that video asking if we wanted a live stream and said, yes, and please give us a full list of all the drugs he recommends. That would be good to know. Please include the hallucinogenics as well. Okay, so let me get this straight. Because Prince Harry, had a troubled youth, okay, where he had an absent father and a mother who died at an incredibly young, fragile age. And he experimented with drinking and partying and drugs, went down the wrong route, and then grew up into a mature, truthful, honest, loving, caring, intelligent individual a veteran, okay? But he had a sordid childhood and it did some experimenting. And because he now lives in California, where weed is legal, and he smokes pot from every now and then, ooh, crucify him. You're telling me that this guy is the devil. And let's, you know, Prince Andrew, Jeffrey Epstein, you know, Donald Trump. Let's not talk about these people. These people who are driving civil wars and raping women, and you know, let's not talk about those people. But Prince Harry, who had a troubled youth and grew up into, by all intents and purposes, a very admirable, good young man. We want to talk about this. And second, beyond that, how is it your place at all to judge anybody? This person who commented it, I would really, really like to take a peek into their life. I would love to be a fly on the wall to see how perfect they are. How perfect they are to have graduated to this point of having the moral high ground and the ability to judge someone. Moving on. So, someone said, Team Samantha, you know, on one of my videos talking about Samantha Markle's rancid trial. Someone said, Team Samantha. Someone below this said, okay, again, riddled with typos. I mean, why won't these people just download Grammarly? Okay, if you, like I've said, I have 3 degrees. Well, actually, I'm sorry. One of those is actually a certificate. I studied at a certificate school and I did not finish. I take that back. I have 2 post-secondary degrees and 3 post-secondary experiences. I went to a gifted school, okay? And that has made me look very, very closely at the things I put out into the world and try to make sure it's not riddled with typos. I don't know, maybe there's an educational disparity. But even if you don't got the proper education to just sit there and let you take a look at what you're writing, take a look at them typos, just download Grammarly. Okay, anyway, off my rant. So this person says, you're so two-faced, laughable, okay? You're spelled Y-O-U-R. No comma after two-faced. Just a big old run-on sentence with misspelled words. You're so two-faced, laughable. Laugh emoji. No punctuation, no capitalization after the first word. You clearly hate everything that's not you or near, as only thing you're good for is spreading hatred. Oh, really? I'm so good at spreading hatred, even though you're coming into my comments calling a complete stranger two-faced, and apparently also calling me vain by saying you clearly hate everything that's not you, and that I'm spreading hatred. No, that's not what I'm doing. What I'm doing is I'm talking about my truth, and it clearly resonates with some people. Might not resonate with you, and we're going to pray for you, honey. But other than that, you have no moral authority to come in here telling me anything. And beyond that, you know, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help you out. You said you clearly hate everything that's not you. The correction is, I love myself. I practice self-love. Okay? I love the person who I am, and I work on myself every day to be able to love that person. Can you say the same for yourself, sir or madam? Moving on. So the next one. Oh, okay. No, so this one was actually for Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber. Some of these videos are just so polarizing. You know, I'm going to have to start doing a story time for, I guess, all individuals who sway, I guess, sort of left center and how trolls attack them, because I guess that's just the new norm today. So someone said, interesting that you defend Meghan, who now claims to be a woman of color, after spending most of her life insisting she was a white girl. A white girl. Oh. A white girl. Yeah, that sounds like the conversation of someone who is really contributing such amazing, like additions to this global conversation about race relation, tolerance. You are really, really, really contributing. They continue, you have no understanding of her trashing the royal family and her lying and self-centered manipulation of the truth. Your whole narrative is based on ignorance and pathetic misunderstanding of the UK, its cultures, and its people. Complete garbage. Well, I argue to disagree, good sir. And I'm sorry that you feel the need to come put in such inflated language on a stranger's channel just because they support a humanitarian who called out racism in the royal family. I'm really, really sorry that you have taken, as many of you guys like to say, the red pill and gone down some quote-unquote existential crisis. And I'm going to pray for you and your country. I'm going to pray that you work that out. But I think what hurts me the most here is to see that someone has bought into the lies that the corrupt UK media has put out consistently for 7 years, just pumping out like an oil refinery factory, just pumping that crap out. And I don't get it. I literally am taken aback. I am lost for words. I am truly, truly lost for words. The thing is that this person, they just seem to have no class or tact in talking about these conversations about race, about socioeconomic status, about class. The way they even said that claiming to be a woman of color after spending most of her life as a white girl is just insensitive. But it has absolutely no reflection on Meghan Markle. It has a reflection on these people. So this is the one who was bat shit crazy. She just came in that first video that I did, going back and forth with me for a very long time. And something that I see as a common pattern with these derangers is that they don't really follow logic. They don't follow routes of, asking them to be more politically correct, of asking them to be more sensitive. It's almost like these far-right, polarizing, divisive political figures in both the US and the UK have basically given really sad, lonely, kind of unintelligent people the green light to just be like, you can go out in public with your hatred and just spread it, and no one will stop you. We will make sure that no one stops you. And that is what has pretty much birthed this. But this woman said, I think at some point, I screenshotted this, but because I'm pretty sure I deleted most of these comments. I don't know what I said before, but her response was good. Okay? And then I basically, before that comment, I think said that I'm going to answer your question. I answered her question or answered her concern. And then I said, I really don't see that there's much more that I can engage here because clearly you're coming from a place of hatred. And then I referenced the thing that she said, gave my rebuttal to that. And again, there's no logical following of any sort of, empirical approach to a conversation with these types of people. It's just kind of all over the place. So her next comment says, ha ha ha, you're crazy. Again, you're Y-O-U-R. We just gotta laugh sometimes, guys. We just gotta laugh because ha ha ha, you're crazy. I couldn't give a shit about typos, darling. Get that in your thick napper, hen. And my thick napper? Okay, now she want to project because I guess, you know, the mental Olympics was too much for her because she's on here screaming through message and comments at me and can't even spell your apostrophe R-E, your correctly. And I can see that you can give a SHIT about typos, you know? But me having a thick napper when you can't follow a basic discussion? I don't know about that. So then she goes on to say, after I've stopped responding to her, I remember this day perfectly. And it was late at night, you know, and I can tell this is probably a British woman. So I know it couldn't have been too much earlier there. I mean, this was quite late at night. And I remember my husband just being like, what are you doing? And I was just like, this woman's being really, really crazy in my comments. The next one says, you keep being a cheeky cow. It suits you. I couldn't give a SHIT about typos. You can, though. Sweetheart, I will continue to care about typos, and I will continue to actually love the person that I am. You clearly do not. So, I have more. I mean, we literally could be on here all day. So, what else do we got here? So someone said, so sorry I even clicked on this channel. Well, I'm sorry that you clicked on this channel as well. And let's go ahead and make a mutual agreement to never see each other again. It was horrible meeting you. What else do we got? So someone said, and this person has showed up in my videos quite a lot. Again, I'm telling you, I really can see that there are people out there who hate Meghan Markle with a deep-seated resentment, you know, and they actively seek out Sussex Squad material, Sussex Squad content, literally to break it down. And this person has done that before, and I'm pretty sure she shall continue to do it. She says, I don't think it's racism. She's very annoying. When done lectures, again, typos. She meant to say when you're done with lectures. But anyway, when done lectures, you and they haven't accomplished much. It just rubs tell wrong way. Okay, I think she meant to say the wrong way. Lord have mercy. And somebody said they were going to send me a dictionary. They should talk to their comrades. They should talk to their fellow derangers and arrange sending them some dictionaries. But anyway, I mean, she looks white. No one knew she was black until we saw the mom. She's just unlikable. Again, such insensitivity around talking about race, around talking about class, around talking about struggles of women. I mean, you could just go on and on and on. And, you know, if we did that, we just really wouldn't have any time to lead an enjoyable life. And we need to lead an enjoyable life because clearly these people do not. So this person says, everyone in the UK loved her until she kicked people out of seats they paid for at Wimbledon so she can sit with 30 empty seats around her. Mind your own business and worry about your own company. Your own country. Worry about your own country. If you think that the UK is more racist than the US, you are really ignorant. Oh my God. So, I mean, again, you must really, really ask yourself, am I contributing to the solution or am I contributing to the problem? Okay? That's what I have to say about the rank, you really think the UK is more racist than the US. That's what I have to say about that comment. Take a look at your country, you know? Take a look at your country and see what sort of state it's in. If everybody's all happy-go-lucky and the races are just getting together swimmingly, and your workforce is representative of the actual demographics in your country, if multiculturalism is something that is being continued to be pushed by the power that be in the United Kingdom, if people live in the United Kingdom where there is no hate crime and there is no systemic racism, and black people and black men and Arab men don't get heckled by the cops more than their white counterparts, and you know, you just live in a totally unracist UK, congratulations to you. That would be new news to me. Now, as far as the seats at Wimbledon, well, is the woman not entitled to a little bit of privacy? You see how much, again, the UK, your country, has vilified this woman. I mean, if I was her, I would do the same thing. I wouldn't want these funky people gossiping around me, sitting around me. So what? If someone like Kate Middleton had done that, which I'm pretty sure she probably has, if someone like Camilla has done that, the Queen had done that, Charles had done that, no one would blink an eye. But because Meghan Markle, yes, is a mixed race woman, you say that about her. Okay, gotcha. So moving on. Someone said, this is a rant. Well, clearly it attracted some people because you landed on it. Moving on. So this is another one of my, I guess, let's say frequent trollers. Every time I post a Harry and Meghan video, I mean, she doesn't show up every time. It's like an alley cat, you know, who just sort of like, you know, so it's like they're not really your cat, you know, but there's some sort of attraction, I guess, they have to either to you or your house or your food. So every couple of weeks, they just kind of come around. This is what this user is like. So they said, they are losing support in the USA as well. No celebrity is defending them. As a matter of fact, they are being made fun of by a lot of comedians, including Chris Rock. The South Park episode basically showed how most Americans feel about them. Pause. Really? Really? Because that really surprises me. I was not aware that South Park represented an accurate representation of the landscape of American opinion. Wow! Wow! That really blows my mind. Okay, I'm stopping. I'm being mean today. Usually I'm. Oh, Lord, give me the strength. Okay, let's just say a little petite prayer really quickly. Lord, give us the strength to not belittle ourselves to being as low as some of these derangers. Let us be the bigger person. Let us show compassion. Amen. Okay, keep on going. So, she says, their family drama is not the most important issue the world is facing. Michelle Obama does not agree with the Meghans, you know, the way they spell her name different. Just another childish, just crazy. Okay, anyway. With Meghan's approach to racism, she has nothing to do with her. And then she goes on in another comment. So she posted one comment and then posted another comment 14 minutes later. Like, if that right there doesn't show you that someone is obsessed with a certain topic or a certain person, I don't know what does. So she says, please don't use the Bible to defend their behavior. Oh, I know what this is. So she actually was actively commenting while watching the video. So this is when she probably arrived to a different part of the video. So she says, please don't use the Bible to defend their behavior. They have shown no respect or compassion for their family. Meghan's father had a heart attack and a stroke. Has she reached out to her own father? I'm Catholic, and the way I was raised, you don't air your grievances in public for money, period. So as a Catholic, were you raised to tear people down? Were you raised to be obsessive? Were you raised to insult people? Were you raised to not listen to other people's stories and have compassion for them? So if you can have compassion for Thomas Markle as a Catholic, why can't you have compassion for Meghan Markle and Prince Harry as a Catholic as well? I think you need to return back to your scriptures. So someone right below this says, he is the poster boy for don't do drugs. Again, who died and gave you the moral high ground? So, guys, that is pretty much all I have today. That was a lot. I will not wait so long again before doing a Harry and Meghan story time because this thing turned out to be 35 minutes of reading. Utter insanity. Guys, we're going to keep praying for them. In the meantime, if you're new to this channel, please go ahead and click the like and subscribe button. Hit the bell so you know whenever I post a video. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Bye. 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 Bye.